Welcome. My name is Matthew, and I will take you through my private label project that's been just launched for Australian practitioners. The whole concept of the project is based on the fact that it's obviously a very common issue amongst Australian practitioners that majority of products that you provide to your patients is so widely available across pharmacies, health food stores, and online. So my private label was actually developed to help you in positioning yourself as a unique doctor with the products that actually are assigned only to you. And in general, I'm actually going to use my private label website to show you actually the benefits of this project and how actually it can help and boost actually not only your prestige and trust amongst patients, but obviously how it can actually help you be a little bit more profitable business-wise. So really, the main question you should ask yourself, why actually private labeling? What is private labeling? And in general, obviously, it means by having a private label, you're basically going to have a unique label design of your products, and those products will be basically available only via your channel, the way you decide to sell it. If it's either through your clinic, your over-the-counter in your clinic, or if you would like to put it on your website online, obviously you will be able to do that, and it will be available only to your patient. So obviously this whole aspect of you walking into a pharmacy and seeing the same product on the shelf will not happen, because it will not be simply available there. It will be your unique brand. Like I mentioned before, it obviously brings the prestige to your practice. It's obviously good when the patients are coming over and seeing that the practitioner's got its own range of products that obviously it believes in. And obviously this is very, very crucial for them to build the perception of the practitioner as being actually really on top of the game. Obviously we provide you with a very high and good margins, margins that are not affected by the pharmacies or by health food stores or any other environment that actually pushes the same products. So you really are the king of the price, and you decide how much you can actually sell those products for. So the opportunities are endless in cases where you can provide those products to patients at a price that you decide about, and no one can actually question it, because the products, once again, are not available anywhere else. Greater freedom with pricing, that's what I just mentioned. Freedom to create your own marketing plans, and this is the best element of it. You can position the products the way you want. So you can position them as the description describes them, or you can actually try to get them a little bit different, and you might decide that this product is not, for example, boosting immunity, or actually it is, but it might be a side effect, but I will actually push it as a weight loss product for increased metabolism. So there's lots of different things that you can do with it. In general, you're obviously going to increase your sale, and this is probably the most important aspect of the whole process, because obviously right now we all know that when the patient comes to you, buys a product that is commonly available, walks down the street and sees it in the pharmacy, it will never buy that product from you again, unless during the next consultation you basically won't have much choice. But in the end of the day, he will still know that this product is somewhere else available cheaper, which makes the process a little bit uncomfortable. Obviously, if you think about the current economy and the current market, the pricing wars are just astronomical. If you think about a chemist warehouse that is beating everything else around you with price, it's really hard to compete with someone with such massive buying power. And this element, this actually concept, allows you to just simply not think about it, because chemist warehouse cannot have your product. As simple as that. There is a lot of myths associated with private labeling. The most common one obviously is the fact that having a private label means investing a lot of money. No, it isn't. Actually, with one of our products, which is a bone formula, you can actually buy the minimum quantity of 24 for as little as less than $300, and that already including the GST. And you can have that product within 7 days on your shelf, which is quite remarkable actually with your own label. The other myths are obviously you have to carry a large inventory just as I mentioned, 24 units is the minimum you have to carry. And actually, if you're reordering the products, you do not have to order 24. You have to order to a 24 unit box, but it might be actually any of the products that we have available. So I order just 2 of one range and 22 of the other. So this is actually a very simple process. So the inventory is very, very low that you have to stock. It takes forever to get started. Well, in normal circumstances, if you would like to actually start your own private labeling, yes, I can guarantee you're not going to get it up and running in shorter than 3 months. And that only if the formula is ready or if the product is bought off the shelf really as a raw product. In general, it actually takes much longer than that. Obviously, in the case of my private label, it's a little bit different because you will have that product within 7 days on your shelf, and that's guaranteed. The last that we actually put here is obviously having a private label means lower quantity because you will try to actually, you will not have the buying power, etc., etc. When in this case, obviously it's not the case because we as a company have a buying power. And what actually is way more important, we use DSM as a manufacturer or as a raw ingredient supplier. And DSM is the world's biggest and probably the highest quality vitamins, supplements and nutrients extraction company that is right now and operates on the current market. The quality they provide is astonishing. It's the best you can buy, and obviously the rigorous restrictions that they have and they apply to themselves are putting them on top of everyone else. When I'm going to be talking about the product specifics, you will see actually how much effort DSM is putting in those products in actually education and research that goes into them is really astonishing. So in general, the products that we actually provide are the highest quality possible. So you will be providing products to your patients that are not only unique to yourself, but are actually very effective and incredibly well researched. And this is really important. So if I'd like to take you through the process of actually how you can set it up, the whole system, it's very simple. From our homepage on My Private Label, you've got 3 different types or 3 different choices. One is obviously the template label design, which is the easiest, and that's the one you can have within a week actually on your shelf. You've got a second one, which is a custom label design, which means you're still using our products, but you have very, very unique, not template-based label, and this process might take additional week because we'll have to put you through with, or put you in touch with one of our graphic artists that will actually design the label from scratch for you, and there is additional charge of $300 for that service. And the custom formula. In the custom formula, obviously this is a situation where you will design your unique formula. Now, going back to all those myths we were talking, unfortunately all of them applies to that particular element. So if you would like to have your unique product, unique formula that you developed, unfortunately all those huge quantities, quite high cost, or investment really, maybe not cost, but investment is required to actually get that up and running. But it is possible, and we can obviously assist you through the whole process with it. Going back to the template label design, which is the most easiest and most interesting to me right now, if you just click on the start, the website will take you to label designs that we actually have available for you. So you can choose any of the 16 labels available here. So for example, I'll choose this yellow one. Doesn't matter which one you choose, the software will automatically take that label for you further in the steps. In the next steps, as you can see, we've got just the sample of that label. And you've got 2 options. You can either choose a file and upload your logo. So it could be any logo that you might have available to you, or you can actually type in a name. So if I don't have a logo, if I'm a practitioner that doesn't really have a branding as such developed as yet, then obviously I can do that with no problems, and just typing in that I am a Dr. Smith, and that's all it takes really. So here we can see actually how that works and how the products will be presented on your shelf. This little display unit that is behind those products that we actually have here, this is available to you for free in case you order all 5 or actually 4 products we've got currently available. If you order all 4 of them, you're going to get the display for free, and it's actually pre-designed for you. So what it will have, it's either the text you typed in or actually the logo you will upload, and the same applies to the bottle. As you can see, there is a Dr. Smith here. In the last step, as you can see, or the second last really, and the last one obviously will be the checkout. This is the place where you've got all the 5 products. Currently, the heart health formula actually is not available as yet. It will be available in about a month. But at this stage, what you can do, you can order any of the other products, and we'll take you through the products actually separately. Type your own product name. So on top of actually your branding, so when you've got your branding and actually it talks about the information about your brand, we can actually change the name. So currently we have custom energy boost formula, but you can change it and change it to, for example, power my day, or whatever else you would like to have, and then you just put actually the quantity. And this is very, very simple, because all you have to type in here is 24 as a minimum. You can type it more if you want to, and it's straightaway it's going to give you the quantity. As I mentioned, if you would like to just try and see how everything works, you can use our bone formula as a sample, and in this case you might type in 24, and like I mentioned, it actually is going to cost you just $297.60. That's including GST. But when you place your order, when everything is done, there is always free delivery, and always will be a free delivery. It's irrelevant. Obviously, like I said, the minimum quantity you have to always order is 24, and it's always easy to follow up with the free delivery. In the last step as a checkout, obviously there is information we have to fill up, including the credit card information. Now the important bit is here that we don't charge a credit card immediately. The credit card actually charge is going into a suspension, and it needs to be manually approved based on the information you put on the product, obviously, and the logo that you uploaded, and everything depends on it. One thing you can always check, if you click on that little bar, it will actually expand your order, so you can see what actually products you have here. And obviously when you fill up all the information, all you have to do is just place order. We will be in touch with you straight after the order has been placed and discuss everything, how it's going to work, and if there are additional changes to the label you'd like to make. My private label in general as a concept is very flexible, so we're always happy to help you and assist you in any need that you might have.